Good afternoon, everyone. Hello, Philip Agnes. Good afternoon. I hope that you can hear me clearly and you can see this lovely disclosure as we are always have to go through in the beginning. Please confirm if you see the disclosure right here. Please confirm. Thank you very much. Thank you. Hi, Roswana. Hi, James. Good to see you. Hi, George. Hi, Rwana. All right. So, as many of you know, hi Glenton. Good morning. Good afternoon. My name is Danny. I'm part of the educational team. Hi, Stephen. Good to see you. I'm gonna go through the disclosure right here, as we always do. Any capital market and trading information disclosed in this webinar is provided for informative purposes only and should not be constructed or applied as an investment advice, a recommendation, or a suggestion. Feel free to keep enjoying the webinar, reading it while I'll explain what's happening in the webinar today. As many of you know, we'll begin with the introduction, then we'll go through the functionalities, what is sell, what is buy, leverage, margin, pending orders, stop loss, take profit, etc. Also, ever protect if we'll have time, and the trading central, which I have something to show you guys today. That's the third part, trading central, a bit more fundamental inputs. And in the last part, I'm going to give you some personal, some strategy, some perhaps if we'll have time, some tips regarding strategy, but this is only if we'll have time left. Today, we'll have a full session, less time. I'm sorry, I had to leave a bit earlier to give a lecture, so we had to have it only 30 minutes. So as traditionally, we're going to take, I'm going to take 30 seconds to make sure the facility is as we want and it's recorded. And of course, as I just mentioned just now, it will be recorded and uploaded to YouTube in the next, hopefully, week. Okay, wonderful. So 30 seconds break, then I'm back and we'll begin. Thank you. Okay, so we are back. I hope that you can see. Let me just a moment. Okay, I hope that everybody can see the screen here, the charts. Let's see, let's delete, start everything from scratch. If somebody can reply, if you see the MT4 here, I'd highly appreciate it. MT4 here. Yes, Leslie, this is a webinar for beginners. However, since we have some advanced traders as well, I will be giving some word about advanced trading at the end. At the end, if we'll have time. But yes, the purpose is beginners. And yes, like I said, it will be recorded. Okay. So let's begin with the fact that we have 9 licenses. Were founded on 2006. Our customer service is free for you to use 24/6 via the live chat in our website or through an email to cs@avatrade.com. What we are witnessing at the moment is MT4. We also have MT5. We have the web trader, which we initially had some sessions about, and we also have the AvaGo app that has special features, AvaProtect and AvaSocial, that I will give a word about in a moment. And we also have Ava Options. For people who like to trade options, I highly recommend Ava Options. Actually, is a very friendly interface, and it shows you the predictions and what can actually happen if you do this. So what can be the result, etc. And it's calculating everything, and it's very nice to see. So I highly recommend whoever likes options. As I said, the app and you can find more information in the website. You can find, if you go to trading platform and you go to Ava Options, it even has a video there. Video 2-3 minutes, if I remember correctly. It's very nice. And as I said, AvaGo and the web trader has unique services, which is called AvaProtect and AvaSocial. Now, AvaProtect, the idea is that, well, let me just take a random, let's suppose this guy seems to go up. Let's suppose we're gonna do this and take a buy so I can explain to you how it works. Okay, so I took a buy now with platinum, okay? And let's mark a take profit around, let's see here, for the sake of the discussion. Okay, and our protect, the meaning is we can protect the positions. What it means to protect the positions. If I, let's open up two things we need here. We need a calculator, which I hope you can see, and we need another place to take down notes. So we have a protect, and the idea is to protect the positions. Let's suppose we took a position with platinum. Okay, I hope that you can see the notebook. Can you see the calculator in the notebook on my screen? If you can apply, it would be good. So let's suppose, oh, wonderful. So let's suppose we take a position with platinum and let's say 1 hour coverage. Okay, and we took just 1 ounce, 1 unit, and we are expecting, and now the price is 119. Let's suppose for the sake of the discussion, we're expecting a take profit on, don't worry guys, I'm doing things a bit fast, but just this is just to explain about AvaProtect. That means I'm gonna go through that again and leave you space for questions. Okay, so we covered for 1 hour, 1 unit, and we are expecting a take profit at price, let's say 1039. Okay, just $20 away. Let's place it here. $20 away. 1039. That's a bit ambitious. Let's make it 29. Okay, she's a bit closer. So our potential gain is going to be 1 multiply $10 equals $10 profit or loss. Obviously, if it's a buy, we want it to go up. So if it goes down by $10, down to here, moment, down to here, okay? So this is $10. Now, if I've covered it to 1 hour, that means that if I took my buy and it goes down rather than up, right? And we are with a buy, we're gonna lose $10, okay? So if my position is protected, I'm gonna pay a fee in the beginning, and then sorry, I'm gonna pay a fee at the end, but I'm gonna get my losses back. Okay. Therefore, I choose the asset, I choose the time, I choose how many units I want to trade, whether if it's, and it's gonna be right here. Okay, the lot size here, the volume. So if I have done that, I also choose, I can choose a take profit or I can choose a stop loss, and then my stop loss, for the sake of the discussion, is going to be $10 away. My potential gain or loss is going to be $10. Now, if my position is protected, I'm going to pay a fee, always pay a fee and get my losses back. Okay, wonderful. In this case, we understand that obviously, if I increase the units, okay, to 100, my fee, let's suppose fee here is going to be much more, right? If I'll change the asset from platinum to, platinum is now 1,000, and let's go to, let's say, palladium. So obviously, if the asset is more expensive, it will have an impact on the fee. Okay, but still, if you can use it wisely, as they say, so of course it's advisable to use it because you get the losses back. We always, unfortunately, that's the nature of the business. We always have losses, and it's good to have it back. Okay, obviously, if the fee is not exaggerated, so we have to make comparison. Beautiful. So this is regarding AvaProtect. Any questions? Oh, by the way, the fee will be paid anyway. This is a good question, Manglawani. Thank you, Manglawani. This is a good question. I paid a fee anyway. Okay, if I gain profit. If I lose, I pay the fee anyway. But the idea is if I made profit, I paid a small fee and I made a big profit. Okay, let's carry on. At this moment, do we have any questions regarding AvaProtect? Correct. It's in the app and in the the web trader. And later on, yes, yes, definitely later on, definitely later on. I've been asked to talk about fundamental analysis, but as I've explained in the beginning, that will happen later on. Okay, thank you for your patience. Wonderful. So this is AvaProtect. We're gonna disclose for now. Let's carry on. AvaSocial is can you do pending and I protect? Can you do pending? I'm Glantin. If you can elaborate, I would appreciate it. I can understand a bit better. Okay, so AvaSocial, the idea is that it's like a social kind of platform. It's very nice. You can follow traders, you can copy other traders, more various kinds of strategies. If you're still a beginner and you're trying to facilitate a strategy that really suits you, so of course it's advisable. It's for free, and you can feel a bit better how things are while watching somebody else is trying various kinds of things. And like I said, you can follow somebody and actually enjoy his own trading while getting a message with what he's doing, or you can copy somebody and practically do what he is doing, what you're copying from somebody else. Just a moment. There is a question here. Good to see you, Brigitte. Dennis is asking. That is, you have no audio, but I think that the rest of the audience can hear me properly. I assume that everybody can hear me properly. So unfortunately, I think that the problem is in your end. What do you mean minimum account? Yeah, I don't think we have a minimum account to use AvaProtect. I think everybody can use. Okay, so feel free to use now, Najuki James. Wonderful. Let's carry on. Social, like we said, AvaSocial. It's also an app. It's very nice. You can try it. It's very advisable for beginners and advanced traders as well. Wonderful. So for now, I think we have discovered we have covered the facilities and the services, and we can carry on to start looking at the charts. Let's see if we have something to cover. Trading Central, like I said, I'm going to speak about it at the end. Thank you for the questions, guys. Not at the moment, Philip. Unfortunately, not at the moment. If we'll have time, so yes. If we'll have time, so yes, but no guarantees. I still have a lot of things to tell you. Okay, so we also have Sharp Trader. It's some kind of an academy, very nice, free for our users. Whoever made a deposit can enjoy that free. Sharptrader.com. Sharptrader.com. You can find more info in the website. Okay, so we're gonna go down to business right now, and we will understand a bit better how this whole concept of MetaTrader 4 is actually is working. Let's look at Platinum. What's going on here? Let's delete this all of these things. Okay, let's just randomly let's place it here. Okay, and then we carry on. Okay, this is a guide through. Okay, this is a guide through. Nothing here that I'm gonna say in the next 5 minutes is, it's all educational. Okay, it's not an advice to trading or anything at that direction. Just the functions. This is file, new chart. It can show you by categories what you are looking for. If I'm looking for Tesla, okay, because we're gonna discuss it later on, I can go to file, new chart, and I can go to US stocks and look for Tesla, which will be found here. Okay, and then we have the view for, that's non-relevant at the moment. By the way, if you guys can't see this column, it's probably because it's hidden and it's right here. View, market watch, voila. Okay, insert is for indicators. I can find, let's, where, okay, in the MetaTrader 4, sometimes looks different, but the functions are the same. So insert, indicators, let's say trends, Bollinger Bands, let's keep it this way, and then it's gonna create for me this lovely thing, and I can get rid of it just like that. Charts, options, okay. So we have here a shortcut for file, here new order, which we're gonna see in a moment exactly what it does. And then we have here the symbols, so you can see. We have here the shape of candles. Questions that I always ask to see the levels. Why do I need candlesticks? And I want to see answers. Why do I need candlesticks versus lines? What's the difference in line, which looks like a very big mountain or looks like some kind of very nice. Why do I need candles? Why do I need candles over this? Give you more details. Okay, more answers, better information. That's good. What else? What else? Mark is saying more details. Okay, that's also true. More information, that's right. What else, guys? Why do I need candles? I have information here. Why do I need candlesticks? You open and a close. Okay, good answer. Okay, so if I look at each candle, what do I get? What exactly are time frames? What are candle? I just give you the answer. This is time frames. Okay, if I switch this, more accurate. Exactly. Exactly. Zamokule. Zamokule, you've given the right answer. It can give you start, high, stop, and low. Okay, so if I change the time frames, why the chart looks different? Many people doesn't know. It's because each candle stands for the time frames that we choose. Therefore, 1 hour. And I can mistake, okay, looking at that, and it seems like it's heading down. But if I'm a scalper, or if I'm an intraday trader, or if I'm just trading on the short term, I have to look at what happens now. And what happens now, as you guys can see, that it's not necessarily heading down, right? The general agenda, yeah, look, it get up, okay? And sometimes the market does what you do when you throw a rubber ball on a wall. The stronger you throw it, the stronger it comes back. And this is why if it goes down now and I'm trading on a short time frame, I have to comply as well and see the lower time frames, okay, minutes and hours, and it's imperative. Okay, now candles do that. Candles do that, and they let you see the proportions. And this is why if you look in 1 hour, we are actually seeing hours now, or we actually see minutes now, and it has a large influence on our strategies. Okay, so candlesticks. This, for example, is an example. Can somebody tell me why? Okay, let's finish the guide through and then I'm gonna rain some questions. Okay, so we said we have candlesticks, we have magnifiers for people like me who are half blind and they have to get a bit closer. So this is nice, okay, or if somebody sees too well. And then we have this, okay, and we have uh, this crosshair. Okay, if you click on Corsair, so you can click and drag and it gives you the measurement. I don't know if you can see the difference. Okay, in here we have at the bottom 1030 and we have 1066. And if I want to see, for instance, $10 difference, I can click here 120 and I can drag to 130. Beautiful. Okay, then we have indicators. We can just click and define them. Or if I want to see specifically, I can click and I can right click and I can change in the parameters to where I want and it will jump to where I want, like that. Make sure that the array is marked, otherwise it's not gonna show you the price, just gonna show you the line, okay? It's quite futile. Make sure array is marked, and there we go. Okay, what else? We have notes. Notes, what can be better than notes? Okay, let's get rid of this guy. And then we have the rest of the Fibonacci. If somebody likes Fibonacci, we're not there yet. We have a special webinar for that, and time frames, and we can extend. Beautiful. Let's carry on. Any questions regarding the guide through? Any questions regarding the guide through, even though it's only functions? Only functions. No questions. Yes, I will carry on. Thank you. Okay, so let's go back to this guy. We're gonna leave it for now. Let's leave it for now. Let's look for something that is more extreme so I can expand your horizons. Don't want to give you something that I usually use. Okay, that's acceptable, I think. Okay. All right. The logic behind trading is obviously we buy when it's cheap and we sell when it's high. Just the nature of business, right? We go to the mall, we don't buy straight away what we see, we're looking for a discount. Here it's the same. Okay, here it's the same. If Tesla right now is skyrocketing, let's face it, guys, she have done the impossible. Look, 500, 1000, 500, 1000. Remember, we are looking at weeks, and this is, change it to months. This is 1, 2, 3, 4 months. She doubled itself. Obviously, if I want to buy here, I'm not going to state if it's a mistake or it's a good thing to do because I'm not supposed to. But we obviously understand if I buy something when it's extremely high, so I need to think again about my strategies. Okay, this is why, let's look at Platinum for a moment. This is why I've showed you that the idea here, okay, if something has gapped up like this, so like I said, it has the potential to go down because usually, where is wheat? Okay, there are patterns. Okay, and like I said, logically, we want to sell something when it's high, we want to buy something when it's low. And with this agenda, I'm going to mark a target now of how much we want to make. Let's say today we are ambitious, and today we're gonna make, again, we aim to make $1,000. Okay, in a position, in a single position. And we are looking at wheat. Wheat now, wheat's value is, just to refresh the page. Okay, and we are looking at 750. 750, and we are looking at days. Okay, and then we see 750, and let's suppose that we have analyzed. We don't have time to analyze truly, but let's suppose we've analyzed and we have discovered that it can jump from 750 to, sorry, it can fall from 750 to, let's say, to here. Okay, 740, and that's $10 difference. If I have 10 units of wheat and I'm expecting $10 price. Okay, so that means that how much am I gonna make if I'm able to take a sell from 750 to 740. I want to see you guys to see answers. If I took a sell here, 750 with 10 units of wheat, okay, and then how much am I gonna make if it gets to 740? $10. Okay, 100. Okay, some people say 10, some people 100. 100. Okay, that's good. James, also 100. Okay. How did you? Ah, that's right. I see some professionals. Okay, that's nice. So we multiply, equation here is we take units, multiply price difference, and we get potential profits or loss. Okay. And this way I know exactly where I'm standing, and I'm not just playing with the charts. I'm actually trading. I'm a trader. Okay. So if I took a sell here, and why did I mark all of these lines? Okay. So if, for instance, let's suppose that I want to make 1,000. So what do I need to do to make it 1,000? Okay, we have established 10 multiply 10 equals 100. Great. If I want to make 1,000 instead of 100, what do I need to do to make it happen? Bigger lot size. Okay, that's okay. What else can I do? That's the right answer, by the way. That's the right answer. Okay, but what can I do beside increasing my lot size if I want the lot size to stay the same? What otherwise can I do to make more profits? Come on, guys, I know you know the answer. Look, we have either units or we have price difference, and this one I do not want to increase. Bigger price difference. There we go. There we go. That's precisely. That's precisely. Okay, bigger price difference. So bigger price difference. That means I need now that much. Is that reasonable? If I'm selling here and I'm expecting it to get to here, is that reasonable? Is that reasonable if I'm selling here and I wanted to get from here to here? Does it make any sense? No. It's a bit too far. Might be possible. I have some diplomats here. Okay. Why? Why with a great risk? Okay. Why this too far? Okay. What? Why this makes sense? Why I can expect $10 and I can't expect $100? Why you guys think that it's a bit too far? Maybe it will happen in 5 minutes. Why we assume this is, by the way, you are all right. I don't want you to get the impression you are wrong. You are all right, but what causing you to think that it's a bit too far? Let me show you. Okay, let me show you what. Okay, the statistics, the statistics, it's showing us that the less time that it's been on that level is here. It's here, 650. That's that's more than that's 4 months ago. 4 months ago, guys. That's 4 months ago. And exactly the averages, exactly in the range. Yeah, thank you very much. There are two things we have to consider: levels and measurements. Levels and measurements. What are levels and measurements? Levels and measurements are if I tell you guys that I'm expecting it to get from 750 to 740, right? We said, and you ask me why, and I can tell you what happened. When was the price? When was the last time that it's been on 740? 4 days ago. Okay, 4 days ago. And then again, I can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and a week ago also. Okay, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 again. So statistically, statistically, I might be wrong here, okay? Because it's not a formula. It's not 100% guarantees. It doesn't exist in trading. But statistically, we can see that it follows, okay? Just look, if we count, so we see that it can happen because look, uh, the frequently, okay? We have types of tradings. We have types. We have types. We have scalping. Scalping is what? Scalping is fast-paced trading, right? We've learned it in the previous sessions. If we look at, let's say, Euro USD, and I'm a scalper, so most likely I'll go to 5 minutes, and I'll try to catch a very, maybe even 1 minute, it depends, okay? So scalping, we have intraday trading, and that's true. Wheat has triple top. Yeah, Philip, you seem to be you seem to give the right answers. This is okay. So scalping is fast-paced trading. Each individual, each trader choose what time frames he want to trade. If I'm busy and I have a full-time job or I'm running a business and I don't have a lot of time, so for scalping, I have to spend a lot of time in the charts, right? I can scalp along months. I scalp. The idea of scalping is like scalping a sculpture, statue, right? We're scalping bit by bit. So sell, buy, sell, buy, sell, buy. The idea behind intraday trading is that I go to, where is Platinum? Okay, and we see that now, okay, we see that now, if I'm looking at, where was wheat? Wheat is here, and I'm looking at weekly, okay, and I think, for instance, that like I said, this happened last week, and this is what I imagine that will happen next week. So if I'm intraday trading, perhaps I will go with the sell, okay, just as an idea, right? Because like we said, this I rely on the that's fine. I see some people here, that's completely understood. That's completely understood that you don't understand, because at the end of the day, these things takes time, and what I'm explaining now is the foundations for somebody to succeed, and you probably need to see it twice or 3 or 5 times, but at the end of the day, if you have a good grip on what I'm explaining, I won't turn you guys to professional traders. It's not my job, not at the moment, uh, at at this stage. My job is to give you the foundations to succeed, to understand, to have a good grip, to understand what's happening. Okay, not to make money. I'm not teaching you guys how to make money. I'm teaching you how to understand the market. That's all. So give yourself time. I'm sure in from time to time you'll understand a bit better. Okay, so the logic behind what I'm doing at the moment, like I said, I'm relying on the statistics, and let's suppose that I'm going with a sell. If I'm intraday trading, let's suppose that my goal here with the 1,000, it's not in a day, it's actually in a week. Okay, if I want to make 1,000 in a week, unfortunately, I have to increase my lot size, because if I increase from 750 to 760, nah, that's a bit too far. Okay, in this case, if I multiply 100, like we said, by $10, of course, it could happen, right? $10 is right here. And of course, that can happen in, okay, let me ask you guys just to make sure you understood. Statistically, okay, if I guessed it right and my prediction was precise, 740, we are looking at 1 day. Look, 1 day. When do you think, well, just one moment. if if I'm looking at the statistics here, okay, let's see, 740. When do you think that it has the potential to land again on 740? Okay, it's an exercise. When do you think it can potentially get to 740? If it keeps going. if it doesn't turn around. Okay, do you think it's possible for it to get from 750 to 740 by tomorrow? Look, we're looking at days. Is it possible that it will get to 740 by tomorrow? Frank is saying it could. Mutamandile saying it could. Yes, it could. Yes, depends on the market. Yes, yes. Again, my question is, of course, if it keeps going down, my question is it possible? I'm not saying it's gonna get to, I'm not saying when, I'm asking if it's possible. That's my question. Based on statistics, exactly. Exactly. Based on statistics. Okay. All right, wonderful. So let's carry on. We understood at the moment. We understood. Let's suppose, okay, that I think not only that I want to take a sell, I want to take a sell when it's higher. And that means that now 750, let's suppose I assume, because yesterday it's been on 760 and the day before it's been on 760, let's suppose that I want to buy here, okay, 760, let's make it precise for the sake of the discussion, okay, 760. Let's suppose I want to take a sell here, okay. Do I Okay, let's assume it will get here at some point. Do I have to wait until it's get to 760? Or there is another solution that I can use for the 760 to sell by itself? Straight away, straight away. My professional traders here. Steven is saying pending order. Okay, sell limit. You guys are right. Sell limit. That's the answer. So sell limit, if I do this, okay, um, unfortunately, let's see if I can find it. Sometimes we have to do it manually. New order, pending order. Oh, maybe I've done it too fast. Sorry. Look, wheat. Okay, I can click here, trading, new order, and then I can find this lovely interface, which I can see. Exactly, exactly. And then I can see here that this, we can decide whether if it's, for the sake of the discussion, is this 100 units? Have I done the right thing? Is this okay if I do this 100? Will I sell 100 units now? I want to see answers. If I mark here 100, is that the right thing to do if I want to sell 100 units? Look, it's not the right thing. Why not? Why not? I marked here 100. What's the problem? Let's try, okay? Let's try. Oh, not enough money. How unfortunate. Because that's the lot size. That's absolutely right. That's the lot size. Okay, so that means that to sell 100, this is one lot equals 100 units. I have to do this. And in volume, when I do this, I actually hold one lot that's 100 units. Okay, in this case, if I want to sell 100 units in this case, and I do stop lot, sell stop, I have to go here. I change here market execution depending order. Then I sell limit. Okay, make sure it's the right thing, and then I mark 760, and then I do place. Okay, for the sake of the discussion, when I have only 10,000, it might be a disaster because if I lose $1,000. When I have a balance of 10K and my potential loss, okay, loss is 1,000. Is that a good thing or a bad thing, guys? Risk money management. Risk money management. If I have a balance of 10K and I'm losing 1,000, is that a good thing or a bad thing? Bad. Oh, okay. Why is it bad? It's a disaster. Well, not bad. Okay, some people here say bad. Some people are bad, overspending. Okay, okay. But I want to see an explanation. because it's 10%, right? Okay, if my potential here, okay, my potential loss is this much, that means that exactly, it's a bit too high for risk. Exactly. This is why we're gonna cancel this guy, and I'm gonna teach you something here that not many people know. I can define a stop loss if I choose to, even if I don't have the pending order yet. Okay, I can set it here. I can also set stop loss for the sake of the discussion. Okay, if I do modify, it's gonna make it happen, even if I don't have the position opened. All right, wonderful. Okay, naturally, exactly. Thank you, Philip. You should not usually, if you work conservatively, people has tendency to expose themselves to no more than 2%. No more than 2%. Okay, now if I keep looking at the so let's understand for a moment. Let's do a summary. We have learned that if the price is high, sometimes we should sell. That's the logic thing to do. The price is very low, so the right thing to do might be to buy. Okay. We have also pending order. We can say sell limit in this case, okay, or buy limit if it's the other way around. And then of course we tried to do this with wheat, and unfortunately we couldn't do it because obviously 100 lots is quite insanely. Actually, if we multiply, um, yeah, this is actually the amount of units I accidentally would have bought if I would mark 100 in here, okay, which could wipe out my account in less than a minute, right? Because for every dollar we're gonna lose 10K. All right, never mind. Let's carry on. At the moment, we haven't discussed leverage and margin. Can somebody explain to me what leverage is? Maybe I can understand a bit better. What is leverage? How come? Let's try another thing. Now, let's see if we can do this. Um, Palladium is now heading down. Let's say I have a balance of 10K, as you can see here. Am I able to take 10 units of palladium? Palladium, now the price is roughly one, yeah. Can I do this? Can I do this? Can I acquire? 1 second. Can I buy 10 units with 10K balance of palladium? Where's palladium? Yeah, price is now this much. Okay, can I do this? Can I buy? Let's suppose I want to buy or even sell. Okay, can I do this? Yes or no? Value for 10 units when price is, let's do this together, even though we don't really uh, need it, but still it's okay. All right, so practically I don't have enough money. Thank you Atungawa, thank you for the assistance. So 1960 70, obviously I can't. Okay, I don't have enough money, as you can see here, but if I'll try, okay, let's do it together. Let's mark here 10 units, make sure it's the right thing. Here, one lot equals 100. So if I do this, I'm actually holding 10. Beautiful. Okay, so if I do this, and let's suppose that let's have a closer look to see what's happening. Okay, let's imagine I do this. Okay, now you can see here I've started with a minus, which I'm going to explain in a moment. And let's say that the take profit is, let's make it 70, okay, just for the sake of the discussion. Beautiful. In this case, okay, when we are um, buying, okay, by the way, we've succeeded. We have succeeded. How come we were able to buy almost 10, 20K in value when balance, as you can see here, is only 10? Can somebody give an explanation regarding that? That's a bit weird. Maybe our system is, what's happening? Leverage, exactly. Exactly, leverage. Okay, what exactly is leverage? No, what is leverage? Leverage is not a loan. No, it's not a loan. It's not a loan because leverage is different for each individual. And that means that if I look at currencies, maybe my leverage will look a bit different, right? And then the leverage allows me to do that. Now, the leverage can be divided. Usually, it could be 1 to 10, 1 to 5, 1 to 20, 1 to whatever amount is. And to measure the leverage, all I have to do is to take the value of my position. Let's go back to platinum for the sake of the discussion. And we say leverage, okay, um, to measure what is going to be my margin. As you can see here, we have margin, we have equity, we have margin, we have free margin, and margin level. What exactly are those kind of things, and how do I speak about it when I explain about leverage? Okay, it all connects. Leverage. So if I have leverage, I have to pay. I don't have to pay. I have to hold some kind of a collateral. What is the collateral? Free margin, right? How so? Because my balance 10K have become 800 and 8,400. Okay, how so? Because look at platinum. Platinum at the moment is 118. Okay, and if I want this, I took one unit. You can all see 1 unit. See 1 unit of platinum. And to know the leverage, I have to divide the value of my position, which at the moment it's 1 unit, it's only 1,000, by the leverage. Therefore, I have to do, let's say that the leverage here is, let's suppose 10, okay? So leverage of 10, and then I do 100 by 10 equals margin impact. What is the margin impact? Margin impact is what I have to comply to keep the margin level up to sustain the position. Therefore, if, for instance, I go with, where's Tesla? Tesla is here, and the price for Tesla is now 1018, exactly as Platinum. That's crazy. Okay, but let's imagine, let's take something else like gold, no, too high, wheat maybe. Wheat, okay, 760. So if I grab, like I said, 100 units of wheat, not 100 lots, just 100 units of wheat, which is supposed to be as much. So value is, okay, and I want to see how much of an impact it's going to be on my. By the way, if you noticed, we have lost with let's see, we have lost with, oh sorry, no, we have gained and still we have lost. This is something I would like to discuss with you right now. How come we have lost when we, oh, okay, we'll get to that in a moment. We'll get to that in a moment. Okay, look at the calculation. 100 divided 100 by x equals gin impact. In other words, if we take the value of 100 units of wheat, 760, as we said, maybe 7, right now it's 750. Never mind. Okay, so 750, okay, that's 750 multiplied by 100, as we saw here, okay? And let's imagine the margin, the leverage here is 10. So we have to take 100 divided by 10 equals 10, right? We all understand. There is no need to calculate that, but why not? So we understand 750. Just a moment. Our calculator got jammed. Okay, 7,500. This is going to be my margin impact. This margin impact is actually going to drag my margin so low that I'm going to be extremely vulnerable, and my ability to sustain positions is going to be in a serious problem. Now I have obviously you have to make comparison. Don't exaggerate with the position, otherwise your margin impact is going to be huge, and then you'll be vulnerable, as I've explained. Make sure that your positions are in a reasonable amount. Okay, any questions regarding anything I've explained before I'm moving to fundamentals? Any questions? Please move. I will move, but I'm asking if there are more questions. Okay. All right. If you don't have any questions, no, I can't. You know that I can't. I can't advise you what to do. It's not as I said it in the disclosure. Okay. So, I've got a question for you. How so? I've got a take profit. Look, my position is green, by the way. That means that it triggered by a take profit, and yet I have lost $60. How that happened? Look, how can it be? I've lost $60 and I took a buy and I won. What happened with my account? Is that normal? Okay, let's see together. Okay, shall we? Let's see together. Okay. Palladium. Palladium has a very big spread. And this big spread, you can see here, look, palladium is, look, if I do this, I can understand the spread that I'm facing with. And then I can understand that regardless of my position, if it's been successful, I have started, I don't know if you guys noticed, I've started with 9.15 when I opened the position. And look, since I took 10 units, that means that I actually pay the spread off, let's multiply 91. So my profit, supposedly, okay, $30 is actually with the spread. You understand? So I actually made profit, but because of the spread, I've been dragged down. Notice, guys, that when you take a position, your take profit, your potential profit should be considerable compared to the spread. Otherwise, you can have a position gained, position won, and still, unfortunately, to end up in loss. Okay, now I will give a word about fundamental analysis and how it works, so you can add another layer to your tradings. As you can see here, Tesla, which is a very innovative company, and to my personal opinion, has the potential to become as big as Amazon. Okay, but I'm not gonna tell you if to buy or to sell. Obviously, it's not as I've explained before. And you can see here, for the sake of the discussion, as I've explained in the beginning, that it got in from 500 to 1,000. Now let me ask you a question. If now you have got a message, okay, let's say a text or an email, whatever you want to call it, that states that Tesla has a tracking chip, It's not. It's not. We're not now into conspiracy. It's just pure. It's purely as an example, but let's use it for the sake of the discussion. Let's suppose you've got an email that states that Tesla right now has a monitoring chip that follows everybody's cars. They actually follow the cars, okay, and they sell it online for, I don't know, for the police, or they're tracking everybody. They're tracking their cars, okay. Again, it's God forbid it's not true, but let's suppose, okay, that they have done that, and obviously that's against the law and whatnot. What do you think will happen with their stock right away? If you see Tesla, it could drop. Okay, well, you're being very, very, very nice. It could drop. Okay, what do you guys think will happen with their stock if we find out that they are selling the information to the police? They're gonna fall. Okay, all right, more answers. Crash, fall. Okay, logically it might fall. Of course, of course, it does make sense. It does make sense when we see news regarding a company. Let's look at Intel for a moment. Intel is having a very, very difficult times these days. Okay, and we have to combine the fundamental analysis with the technical analysis. I don't know if you remember in the beginning of the session, I've showed you points when you can see statistically that that you can see statistically the moment the points that you went through, just a moment, with the times, and then you can combine your analysis for the sake of the discussion. Okay, and you can understand right now that if I have news on Intel, I just gave Tesla as an example, okay, but if I see something similar with Intel, and I see right now the price is 448, okay, and I'm lucky enough, let's suppose Intel is going to crush a bit more to 43, and I'm lucky enough to buy, okay, let's suppose as an example, and I see news regarding Intel that Intel is now producing God knows what. So if it's good news, so obviously, and it has the potential to go up, so obviously I can combine my technical analysis, because this is what it is, right? This is technical analysis. What we're doing here, statistics and averages, it's all technical analysis. Yes, of course. Yes, of course, it will be recorded. Of course, I talk so fast. Of course, it will be recorded, and you can all enjoy it. I just have a lot of information in short time. This is why. Okay, so Trading Central might be the place to get this kind of information. Trading Central is exactly what it is, and they're sending you via email or an SMS, and then you can enjoy this kind of information and trade accordingly. Okay, they're sending you things like I said, that Intel is now working on a graphic card that is not going to get warm, and it's going to be sustained for years, and it's immune to God knows what. Okay, and then obviously if Intel is going to manufacture something like that so miraculous, it can potentially go up. All right, so that's the idea. It's going to be in YouTube. It's going to be in YouTube. You can see it as many times as you want. I am sorry, guys, that I couldn't give you the tips that I wanted to give, but unfortunately, it's not unfortunate. I like when people are asking questions, because it shows me that you guys are growing. You are preparing yourself to the market, and it's good to see, because that's the purpose of the webinar. Although we have only 2 minutes late, times fly when we enjoy it. Do you have any questions before we disclose the webinar for today? I'm happy to see you too. It's always a pleasure, Philip. Any other questions? Thank you, Frank. Thank you, Stefan. Thank you, Mary. Any questions? One less questions. Come on, guys. We have no. Not these kind of questions. Of course, of course, of course. Um, the idea is to expose no more than 2% because it gives you more, that you can do more with your margin. The idea is not to expose 2% because if you only lose 2%, you have more opportunities to correct what you've lost. If you lose 10%, it has so much of an impact that you run out of funds after 10 positions. And this is why, because we prepare ourselves for the best and for the worst. This is why 2% gives you 50 positions, is hypothetically as an idea, and this is a lot to cover 2%. I hope it makes sense. Exactly, exactly, exactly. Uh, does amount of collateral require increase when price goes against you? The answer is partially yes, Divan. Thank you, Divan Thomas, for the question. We ran out of time, but I'm going to answer you and then I'm going to fly. The idea is when you gain more profit, your equity goes higher, which gives you more strength, which gives you more margin. So if you lose, your margin drops. So your free margin drops with it and the equity accordingly. And then you, of course, you have less strength. So your collateral is not increased, but it stays the same, but you have less strength to sustain it. I hope it makes sense. All right, guys, that's enough for today. That's enough. I have to run. Um, keep enjoying your trading. I hope that beginners now feel more ready to start moving. Make the deposit and start moving. And that's it. It's been a pleasure. We'll speak again next Wednesday, and that's it. Have a good day.